that we do this entire commandment in the presence of God, our God, just as he commanded us to do. And the pattern here, this isn't about Egypt and Pharaoh as much as it is storytelling. God says, Mom and Dad, talk out the story. Your children don't need to hear memory verses, things that you've just memorized and can regurgitate from classrooms in the church. What your children need to hear more than anything else is your God story. How God has been working and how he has been encountering you personally. And for some of you, that may only go back a month or two. Don't be ashamed to tell your child, you know, this is new to me. God is new to me. And he's becoming so real to me. And this is what I've seen God do. Maybe you say, I grew up in a church setting and in a home where I thought God was strict and mean, but I'm learning that he loves us. I'm learning that he loves us so much. Your children will eat the story up. It just opens their soul up more. If mom and dad are experiencing and encountering God, and not just throwing out scripture that they've learned, but they've encountered God, then I want to encounter God. It gives credibility to seeking him. Now, this is what happens for most people. And I say this respectfully, and I don't blame you, really. I really don't. But this is the common thinking is, instead of understanding the storytelling, we just can be overwhelmed with behavior issues and how do we discipline and give consequences and how do we reward and why do these patterns, it seems like there's progress in this area in my child's life, but not in this. It can be so overwhelming. And then when it comes to real character being developed in a child, sometimes we just become so intimidated, we say, I'm going to take him to church. I'm going to take him to church. And I'm so grateful that a lot of you are in Dulles today. You're serving and participating, and you're a big part of our church today because initially you just wanted your children to be in a place where they would be influenced toward godly character and learning respect of others and the truth and virtues of Scripture. That's great. It really is. It's great. But if we are handing our children off to be developed and grown into men and women of character, I'm afraid that a lot of us are going to just walk in total frustration. I think a lot of us are going to end up being frustrated with the church because the church is letting us down. Because we cannot neglect, as important as the church's role is, and I'll get to that, we cannot neglect that you, mom and dad, are the single greatest influence in the life of a child or teenager. No one else compares. The cool kids at school, the teachers, the best mentors, the best travel guides, and Echo small group leaders here at Dulles, no one compares to the influence of a parent, for good or for bad. For good or for bad. Even as adults, I have so many conversations with adults, 35, 38-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 45-year-olds. It's amazing to me how often conversation will come back to that adult's parent. We underestimate the power and impact, positively or negatively, of a parent and the role of a parent. Even well into our adulthood. Whether we're conscious of it or not, we're still so impacted by the role that our parent played or is still playing in our lives. For some, the conversation turns, and I'm talking about 40-year-olds, the conversation with me will turn to the absent parent, the dad who was never around. For some, the conversation becomes, I just don't want to be my mom. I just don't want to be my dad. I want to do it differently. For others, you measure your success by what you think your mom or dad would say. Do you know that there are adults who are still, subconsciously, I believe for the most part, still living to accomplish something for the approval of a parent who's already passed away? And then we look at our role as a mom and dad and just think, well, I'm not going to be able to guide this child. I'm not going to be able to influence a whole lot. I'm going to leave it to the church or to the school or the mentors. You can do it. You can do it. we can help. I just thought of that. Is that Home Depot? Is it Home Depot? Okay, let's steal it. They sue us, they sue us. Do you know that I got orange. It's a connection. I got not a lawsuit letter in the mail. I don't know if I should be saying this.
Too late.
We did the big My Family Circus series in the fall. We were in the middle of a staff meeting, and I got a FedEx envelope delivered in the middle of our staff meeting from Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. One step before a legal action, because we used the phrase in our mailer, the greatest show on earth, in our mailer. Isn't that interesting? I say this, podcasters, in all due respect to Ringling Brothers. Everybody listen. Okay, I got way off track. Ringling Brother, Home Depot. You can do it. And the church can help. That's the orange idea. It really